In 2019, I launched my blog and started one of the biggest guest blogging campaigns ever run. And by the end of the first year, I had published 80 guest posts on high authority sites. And since then, I've been published in Forbes, Business Insider, and Entrepreneur. So what did I learn? Was it worth it? That's why in this video, I'm going to show you what can happen if you take part in guest blogging. I'll cover the best ways to find thousands of sites to write for, and how to do everything from your initial outreach, to writing the post, to link building, and more. But before we get started, I want to invite you to watch my free masterclass on how to start a profitable blogging business. It goes over all my guest blogging strategies, my link building, SEO, and affiliate marketing, how I make over $150,000 a month with my blog. Just make sure to click the link in the description below, and let's get into the topic for today. So I launched my blog, adamenfroy.com, as a side hustle back in January 2019. And when I did that, I started writing articles, I started publishing content, but I really shifted a lot of my focus, probably 75% of my energy, to link building in the form of guest blogging. And as you can see in my Ahrefs profile here, this had a direct correlation to traffic. So here's my backlink profile, January of 2019, all the way growing exponentially up to today. So all those backlinks then, increase my organic rankings. And we can look at it from Ahrefs. Like I get about 500,000 readers to my blog every month now. When we look at my Google Analytics, like in the first few months, there was a few thousand people. Then I really started doing a lot of guest blogging, writing a lot of articles, building up authority through these posts, and then the rest is history, and I'm averaging out at around 500,000 monthly readers now. So, guest blogging was instrumental in growing this initial traffic and helping me build authority. So whether you're in any niche, you're going to need some type of authority to rank. You don't need to outrank everybody with the best authority, but you need some initial authority in order to be in the ballpark and compete. So in 2019, I wrote about 80 plus guest posts on high authority sites. If you just Google like my name and author, you can see all the different sites I wrote for. Crazy Ed, Bright Local, Social Marketing Writing, Dollar Sprout, Click, Search Engine Watch, and you just keep going down the list, and there's a bunch of different sites. And we can look at some of these different ones, all kinds of different topics. Author, Adam Enfroy, date published. So this was March 5th, 2019, so way back in the day when I first started my blog. And we can see, what did I do? How did I write these? Where did I link to myself? How did it all work? So we can see, I was linking to different sites here, and we can see this one, or there's Kinsta. I was working for BigCommerce at the time, so I wrote an article here about e-commerce, and I was writing about BigCommerce, and then I wrote one here on Dollar Sprout, 8 affiliate marketing strategies to drive sales, and linking to my article on affiliate programs right here, or Taboola, how to scale your SaaS with affiliate marketing in 2021. So this was last year, or Flippa, how I grew a blog to 500,000 monthly readers. So all this stuff linking to my site, writing about my story, and then the list just goes on and on. So, what is guest blogging? How does it fit into the link building strategy, and how can you implement this yourself? Well, number one, guest posts are kind of like the engine behind your initial link building. To become a successful blogger and make money, you really need to build relationships with other bloggers in your niche. And one way to do that is with guest blogging. And what you can do is basically write articles for other sites and link to yours in the content. So you can have your guest author bio. You can also link 1 or 2 times within the content itself. So that passes page authority from that website to yours, shows you as a trusted source of information, and helps you rank. So if you think about the World Wide Web as a giant spider web, and you just start a new blog or a new website, and you're on the outskirts of that web, Google's not going to trust you. They want to show the most trustworthy and obvious sources of information, the things that are going to be the best, drawn up best for search. And if you're just starting out, you don't have links to you yet, then they can't really trust you as an authority. It's like a research paper without any, any sources cited or anything like that. So you need links, initial links to do that. Guest blogging is one of the easiest ways because we're not going to get the links passively when we're first starting out. No one's going to find us. And we can't ask for links yet. We don't have leverage. So guest blogging is the best way to build links. So I did 80 plus guest posts in 2019. My DR increased to 70 in the first year, and I got up to 500,000 monthly readers. Now, with guest blogging, with a good guest blogging strategy, you can do that too. So let's go over the exact process of doing guest blogging, starting a guest post and writing it from start to finish. So number one, we have to come up with what sites are we actually going to write for? Who do we want to guest post for? So we need a list of target sites that we would love links from. So this could be like 100 sites that you want to link from. So to start that, we can use a tool like Ahrefs and look at competitor data. So for example, this is a travel blog, switchbacktravel.com. If I was them and I was in the travel space and I wanted to start building links and doing guest posts, this is what I would do. I would look at these competing domains. So these are the sites that are competing with my blog if I was Switchback Travel. And then I can see, okay, outdoorgearlab.com is one. Let's try them, outdoorgearlab.com. And I'm going to click on them, and I'm going to look at all of their referring domains. So let me see a competitor and then view all of the sites that are actually linking to the competitor. So if I go to referring domains, outdoorgearlab.com, and then I can see like all the sites that are linking to them. So it's really simple. So we can see Medium, New York Times, Eventbrite, The Guardian, Zendesk. Perfect. We get this list. We want to export it. Let's export the first 1,000 rows, export it, and then we can start to manipulate this data and look at it. So it'll pull up a CSV. I'm using a Mac, so it'll probably open up a numbers thing. And then here we go. So then we can see it. We can pretty much delete all these columns that we don't need. So you can just kill off like all these other columns. Delete, delete, and we just need basically, you know, the domain rating. Let me see, let me just delete all this stuff. There we go. So then I can create other columns like email, contact attempt, and then I can start to really like, okay, now I want to reach out to these sites. So then we can delete some if we want, like obviously Wikipedia we don't need, so we can delete those. But we start to kind of look at this and say, okay, we've got all these sorted by the authority of the site, which is great. Let's start going after sites between, you know, 70, gearhungry.com, Hostinger, Timeout, Cheapism, Kate, like a lot of good sites to reach out to. So you eventually start paring down this list, like taking things out you don't want and maybe leaving it to a few hundred that you want to reach out to. So that's a great way to get your initial sites that you want to reach out to. So next, you know, you have to think, okay, I know, now I know the sites that I want to reach out to. Who do I actually reach out to? So that's the next step, is contact hunting. So finding the right connection that you want to reach out to. One way you can do that is with LinkedIn. So if I go to LinkedIn and I'm looking at, you know, let's say an example from mine. So I wrote a guest post for Impact Radius, the affiliate network. So I wrote one on what do your affiliate partners really want? 5 lessons from an affiliate manager turned affiliate. So this was an interesting guest post I wrote. To find the contact, what I would do is just go to LinkedIn, find the company, so find that domain that you want to reach out to, click on it, go into their site, and then see all their employees. So then you just look at the employees, then you want to say, who am I going to reach out to? Well, you want to search for content, because a content marketing manager or director is going to be the person that will be managing those guest posts. So if I was going to do this, I would connect with this person right here, who's the director of content marketing. Basically that one, maybe this one here. Content marketing manager, associate content marketing manager. So you can try 2 to 3, but basically reach out to them, you know, connect with them on LinkedIn first, and then reach out to them. And what you can do is you can either message them on LinkedIn directly and see, you know, if they're open to guest posts or any content collaborations. And 2, you can then use a tool like hunter.io to find their email address. So it tells you like first dot last name at, it'll give you the exact cadence of that email address, so then you find it. So then you have both the site you want to reach out to and the person at the company. You can also use a VA for something like this. If you just have a list of 100 sites, tell them exactly how you want the process to be run so that they can get the list for you. That's one of the few VA things that I do recommend in blogging if you're going to outsource to a VA. So you can do that. Then you have the list. Then you send your initial outreach message. So you say something like, you know, and this is really going to be dictated by your own expertise, your own leverage, and your own messaging. But you really want to have that kind of sniper approach, not like a shotgun approach to everybody where you're just mail merging 200 people at once. You want to send an initial email outreach for a guest post that says who you are, that, you know, provides value to them. So that includes, in my other video on link building, I show the exact process for this too. But it's really like, you know, I write a lot of guest posts. I can link to you in those guest posts. Here's a couple samples of my work. This is what I blog about. Would you like to collaborate on content? Keeping it very open and engaging. So that's kind of the first step in starting this guest posting process. So once they get back to you and they, you know, say, yes, we're open to guest posts, then you can say, great, and you're going to pitch some topics. So basically you just want to pitch like 3 topics that would be good for their blog. So it depends on the company, but you want basically a couple different things. One, you got to make sure it doesn't exist on their site yet. So you don't want to pitch something that already exists. That would be embarrassing. 2, you want to make sure that it is good for their readers. So their readers are first, not necessarily what you want to write, but what their audience would enjoy. So for Impact, for example, it's a lot of businesses. So in this example, what do affiliate partners really want? This is targeting the advertiser side of affiliate marketing, the people that are mainly on their platform and following this blog. So it's got to be good for their audience. Third, a nice to have is that it could be keyword optimized, so it might be able to rank for something, and would be easy to link to your own content. So this one, for example, is about affiliate marketing. So I have tons of blogging and affiliate marketing articles. You can see I link to it here. So then you come up with 3 to 4 topic ideas. You send them the topics. They typically pick one. I've never really seen it where they're like, those are all horrible ideas, right? Like they'll pretty much pick one of the topics and then you go with it. And you say, do you have any guidelines that you can share? How long it should be? Maybe it's 1,500 words. You just get a length and then you get started, and that's pretty much a 2-week window, 2 to 3 week window of when you need to actually write the guest post. So then you create it. And let's look at mine. So guest posts don't have to be rocket science here. It doesn't have to be you don't have to write this like Ernest Hemingway or anything. You're just basically writing a simple article for the website. If we look at like the word count on this, let's see, if I go to, where is that word count? So it's about 1,700 words, and basically a guest post, you should lay it out in a simple way. So based on that topic, you have an introduction, and then really just, 5 to 10, like, people love lists. So pretty much all blog posts are lists of some kind, whether it's the top 10 XYZ companies or how to do something. It's usually a set of lists and a set of numbers. So you can see this one, I have, what do affiliate partners really want? 5 lessons. So I have 5. So number 1, content. This is all from my personal experience. So this is kind of cool because it's actually a decent article. But how content and affiliate teams need to work together. Brands need competitive commission rates, conversion rates, incentives, and deeper partnerships. And you can see that where did I link? So, when we're thinking about this guest post, we need to know, are links allowed? Can we link to our own blog in it? Like, typically the answer is yes. And that's kind of how the game is played. So to do that, you want to link in the content. So you can see that I did link in the author bio here to my homepage. So you can usually add an image in a author bio on the homepage, but you really want links in the content because those are more valuable from an SEO standpoint than just the author bio links. When you look about what passes link value from page to page, well, it's like, getting a link is kind of like from a piece of a pie. Like, if there's 10 links in that article, then you get one of them, that's 10% of the value. But if there's only 5 links in the article and you get one, that's 20%. And then it's also dictated by the position of the link. Is it higher in the article? Is it lower in the article? The higher, the better. Where is it pointing to? What page is it pointing to? When you're first starting your blog, you kind of want to just link to everything of yours, like all the articles you're writing. I cover this in my course too, like, how to create an initial link bait post, the transactional post, the informational post, and how all the link equity can be passed. But for now, it's just like start linking to all kinds of different things. And how do you do that? Well, it's based on anchor text. So you can see that anchor text is the actual blue text that is hyperlinked from this article to the other one. So I have one here in 2019, I started my own blog. Now the link for that is going to my article on how to start a blog. And we can see I also linked down here to my articles on webinar software and online course platforms. And that's pretty much it. I think I added 3 links to myself in this and then other links throughout. So when writing a guest post, you want to link to your site at least a couple times if you can. And then any other helpful link you can send out. Like Statista, stats are always good to add. You can see that there's internal links. You want to add some internal links to the site you're actually writing for. Maybe you add 10 links, maybe 1 link per every 100 or 200 words. So this has 1,700 words. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 links in the article. So maybe every 150 words you add a link in, 2 of your own, a couple internal links, a couple statistics, and then maybe you want to add in a few partnership links. If you know other guest bloggers, you want to help some people out. So you write the content, you add these links in, and then you submit it. And if I look for where this is, and I actually look for it, what do your affiliate partners really want? So here's the actual article. And as you can see, they just basically took it exactly as is from the Google Doc. And if I view the page source and I look for my own link, you can see that they do follow links because it doesn't say no follow here in the rel attribute. And there's 4 of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, and my own homepage. So that's good. It's done. It's published. You send it in, you submit it, they publish it and add your links. So, it comes down to, how do you create this content? Are you going to write it yourself? Are you going to use a tool like Jasper or outsource it to another writer? If you're really scaling this process and you're doing 5 to 10 outreaches a day and trying to get this thing down and doing 5 guest posts a month, 10 guest posts a month, you're going to want to eventually outsource this or come up with a process. So that's what I ended up doing. To write 80 guest posts in a year, that's hundreds of thousands of words of written content. I didn't do it all myself, but I created a system. I created a way to scale this process so that I had everything down all the way up and outsourced it to the point where I could add my own links in and then, edit and publish those articles. So that's kind of, guest posting in a nutshell. You want to start linking to your own stuff. You want to start linking to the best articles that are going to make you, money and rank, because it isn't just about getting referral traffic. I don't care at all about the traffic going through the links. What I care about is getting links from high authority sites to boost my domain rating and help all my content rank. So if you want to learn more about guest blogging, exactly where to link to, all my link building strategies outside of guest blogging, make sure to watch my free masterclass. We cover all my affiliate marketing strategies, SEO, blogging, content, how I make over $150,000 a month with my blog. So make sure to click the link in the description below. Let me know, where are you in the guest blogging world? Have you found it helpful? Are you struggling with any specific areas, getting initial traction? Let me know how I can help. Please like the video and I will see you in the next one.